I had a really good life. I had really good parents, grew up in church.
My parents were drug addicts, so I grew up with my grandparents. By the time I was 20, both of my grandparents had passed away.
Went to college, lost my dad in a car wreck when I was 22, about 10 years later, and I lost my mom all of a sudden, tragically. And at that time, I was dabbling in drugs.
And I decided I was going to do whatever I wanted to do. So I made a lot of wrong decisions, and for the next 13 years, my life really spiraled out of control.
Before Lifehouse, I had a real dark past full of drugs, alcohol, prison. I didn't have any real relationships, and I was really a rebel.
A testimony is someone that was just lost, someone that had dove deep into the things of this world, somebody who was searching for purpose in this world and identity in this world and was constantly failing.
I didn't want to feel anything. I didn't want to feel pain. I didn't want to feel love. I couldn't let any emotions in, because if I did, then I would have to face it and I would have to deal with it.
I had tried recovery. I had tried God. I thought, and for me it hadn't worked, so I was prejudiced against it. I had contempt prior to investigation.
I was walking down the hallway in my house, and I reached a point where I didn't care if I lived or I died anymore. And at the time, I thought I would rather die.
It was, I think, maybe my 8th time being incarcerated in such a short period of time of 2 years. And I began to realize that I had sunk myself into a place that I couldn't pull myself out of.
I asked God to take me from this world that I had no purpose. I had no plan, no reason. Just I didn't want to be here anymore. So I begged God to either take me or save me.
I was very defeated. I was hopeless. There wasn't much hope in my future. I was sad. I was angry at everybody.
I said, God, if this is life, I don't want it. Take it from me. And at that point, I felt God's presence. I felt His hand on my life.
I had to find a source or a power that was much greater than me. And I had to come to a realization that I had to change my environment and the people that I began to associate with. And that's when I found the Lifehouse.
It didn't make any sense to me why anybody would let me come there. I had heard no from so many different programs, and that was what I was expecting from Lifehouse, and I received a yes.
I found out about Lifehouse in jail, and I knew that I didn't need any money in my pocket to get there, which is good because I didn't have any money.
And my first initial response was, you're crazy. I can't do a year.
I didn't feel like I needed a drug rehab. I needed a life rehab. I needed to learn how to rebuild my life, and I needed to give up control of my life for a while.
And I literally felt what I know now was the hand of God. And He literally whispered to me saying, you just prayed this to me last night for me to save you, and this is what I'm doing. And so I looked at her and I was like, all right, let's do this.
I was picked up from the jail one morning. It was Matt Luna and Chad Brunson, and they picked me up from jail. They loved on me, they fed me, and they took me home.
I remember walking into the Lifehouse women in Gonzales, and the moment I walked in, even though it was late, as soon as I walked in, I was surrounded. I was surrounded by all the girls there. I just stood there like a deer in the headlights, crying and just wondering what is going on.
Hi, my name is Mark Sturmer, president of Lifehouse University. Here we create opportunities for men and women to live in freedom every day and to build better lives. Every day we help people discover true freedom by focusing on 3 different areas: spiritual development, community connection, and career advancement. We've been walking beside individuals since 1997, offering on-site spiritual counseling and encouragement, and also standing with them in the courts, providing guidance and support for a brand new start. For those looking for a healthy change in their life, we also offer safe, comfortable, and clean environments for them to live in.
Since going through the Lifehouse, God has completely restored my life.
The biggest thing that Lifehouse has done for me, I think, is there's been a multitude of leaders that have poured into my life. Coming from a background where I rejected all of that, it was so important whenever I was ready to have people that were ready to pour into me.
It's given me a desire and a want to change the lives of others. and to help other people rebuild, to help other people reestablish, and meet Jesus and just understand how he can transform and how he can change their lives.
Now I'm able to actually pour into other people from this multitude of leaders that I've been able to fill up from, and I've been able to pour that out on other people. And through that, I've been given a purpose through Lifehouse University.
I've got money in the bank. I've got a job that's more than a job, it's a purpose. I've got restoration with my family, with my son. I've got a new family, a new church family.
I fell into my calling when I came to Lifehouse.
If you or someone you know is looking for an opportunity for a better life, contact us by visiting thelifehouse.fm. God bless.